Alright guys, good afternoon. This is episode 83 of MLB 19 or so, from the weekends and on the weekends. If you guys are coming in as my top moderators of the IamACreatorCommunity.com/IamACreator. If you guys want to catch more MLB 19 from the weekends and on the weekends, make sure you hit that red support button and smash that like button, guys. Tweet the live stream out. If anybody has a Facebook and a Twitter account, to tweet it out, share a comment, add it to a playlist. I just got done watching a funny video on YouTube, but oh my goodness, that was good. This will be game 1 of 3. Detroit Tigers visiting the Chicago White Sox. As you guys can see. As the Tigers defense, we're bringing the 4-A, building on the 2 wins. We're going to keep it up. As they bring in the Tigers defense, 4-A, 5.08 ERA, Tyson Ross. As you guys can see in the chat. So how is everyone doing today? After that new episode of Final Fantasy VIII this morning, hope you guys are well. What I was only trying to do is, trying to figure out if I can still get those couple of good cards on the table, and that would be the Questus card, which is actually located at the cafeteria, and there's one more that rings a bell. Game 1 of 3 from the weekends and on the weekends, guys, and the other one was going to be that fluffy bunny card, I believe, that runs around in circles. If I'm correct. Wait a minute, I think I am, most likely. Starting for the White Sox defense, game 1 of 3, guys in the chat. Ivan Nova, making 16th game of the season, 5-8 record, 3.17 ERA, 101 hits, 14 walks, and also 69 strikeouts. Coming to the bat for the Tigers offense, John Hicks. On the road with the Tigers offense with their 2 wins. He has an average of 345, 8 home runs, 16 RBIs to his credit, as we speak. The Detroit Tigers won the finale over the team. It was the last team. It was like I think it was like 5-2 or something. Wait, no, it was actually 4-3 as we speak. So the Tigers are looking to build on their 2 wins in game 1 of 3. The 1-0 count by Ivan Nova. Here's the pitch to him. Ball 2. The temperature in game 1 of 3 is 62 degrees, partly cloudy, 13 miles per hour, blowing in from center field. Boston Red Sox visiting the Blue Jays 3-0. If you guys have any questions about the idol, ball 3, type it in the chat. Men in Black still has a good lead, guys. That's all you guys know. On deck, Jordy Mercer batting .242. Tampa Bay Rays hosting the Orioles 1-0. Comes to 3-0 count by Nova. Ball 4, first walk by the White Sox. And in game 1 of 3. As I get a trophy on the PS4, since I've held it for 4.5 years. Here comes Jordy Mercer batting .242 as we speak in game 1 of 3. Tigers staring at base runner first with no outs. Nova sets the target. Strike 1. Jordy Mercer's average is a .242, guys, of the I Am Creator community. So my love has a softball game tonight, so her and I are going to be together tomorrow night. It's my hot date, most likely. Ground ball to right center field, and that is a result of a single for the Tigers in game 1 of 3. Here it is one more time. Washington Nationals hosting the Marlins 5-0. If you guys recall, the Tigers won the first one over the... Hold on. Here comes the first baseman, Miguel Cabrera, batting .327, 8 home runs, 37 RBIs to his credit. Tigers won the first one, 9-2 over the Nationals. Nationals won the second one, 4-2. And then the Tigers won the series finale of a score of 4-3. Here's the pitch by Nova. Strike one. Cincinnati Reds hosting the Brewers 2-0 in game 1 of 3. If you guys can hear me, type 1 in the chat if you guys are here. I'm also expecting a couple other people. Ground ball to left. And a double play. And that's out number 2 for the Tigers offense. In game 1 of 3. Here's the starting lineup for the Detroit Tigers State offense. Miguel Cabrera batting .326. His last 10 games for the Tigers offense, he's 7 for 17, with an average of .412. So you got to see it in the middle of your screen. Here comes Nick Castellanos, 4th in the American League, batting .327, 16 home runs, 42 RBIs to his credit. So after I'm done with this, I might be at Subway most of the time, most likely. New York Yankees visiting the Mets 5-0. So we'll see what happens. Well, remember guys, I will not be live tomorrow night, but tomorrow morning's Friday. You guys will get a new episode of Final Fantasy VIII Remake, so keep that in mind, as you guys can be authorized. Well, we watch our videos in full. We like the videos, we tweet them out, share them, and remember, we add them to a playlist most of the time. And we leave a meaningful comment down below once we've done the rest. And we never ask anything back in return. Just pay it forward and be rewarded most of the time. Nick Castellanos is batting .327. Good 1-1 count. Ball 2.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today.
Princess Fame, how are you? Nova's gift signed. He sets the target. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to straight center field in game 1 of 3, and he makes the catch. And the side is retired. In game 1 of 3, guys. Tigers lead 1. If we go to bottom of the first in game 1 of 3, 0-0. Coming to the mound for the Tigers defense, Tyson Ross, making his 15th start of the season. 4-8 record, has an ERA of 5.08. 86 hits. He also has scored with 11 walks and 53 strikeouts. What the Tigers defense do up for the White Sox offense, Tim Anderson, batting .257. But Ross ready to deal. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Tim Anderson's averages a .257 in game 1 of 3.
Yeah, Matty, this team needs to keep their focus. Short road trips have a tendency to sneak up on you. Next thing you know, you drop 2 or 3 games, and then you're back in your
home swing, ball 1.
They have to find a way to go out there and execute all facets of the game and squeak a few of these wins out.
Strike 2.
Hey, from a hitter's perspective, I don't mind that take right there.
Hawks looking for the out, 4-8 record.
But this is a hitter's yard. You want
foul ball to right, strike 2. Foul ball to right again, strike 2.
And he'll have another shot at it here.
Foul ball to right again in game 1 of 3, strike 2.
Another 1-2 delivery. This one's
fly ball to straight center field, and that will be a single for the White Sox in game 1 of 3.
Somebody's going to be icing their thumbs after this game. That's a jam.
Here it is one more time. Swing timing was laid, 90 miles per hour in the pitch speed. Here comes former Cincinnati Red or Cardinal John Jay. And for the American League, batting .306, 8 home runs, 38 RBIs to his credit in game 1 of 3.
average and the best hitter on this team.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Strike one.
Ball in there for a called strike.
White Sox staring at base runner at first with no outs in game 1 of 3.
Nobody out, runner on first.
Strike 2.
Now.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2.
One for the out, Ross.
The pitcher doesn't go right
Ball
back
one.
to that spot.
Inside.
Cincinnati Reds hosting the Brewers 2-0. The umpires today in game 1 of 3, guys, from the weekends and on the weekends: Zary Hillsdale, Mike Fillmore, Rusty Valentine. 3 out of 4.
He's pretty good east and west. You better keep
Ground ball to third.
Yeah, I'm okay with Rusty's zone. Without question.
And that's the first out for the White Sox.
As a veteran player, you can live with that.
Here comes first baseman Jose Abreu. Jose Abreu is batting .249 in game 1 of 3.
He's set. Here it comes.
Ground ball to right center field. And that will be a single for the White Sox in game 1 of 3. Here it is one more time. If you guys have any questions about the idol, if you guys want to vote the greatest Solomon, or continue the 2-0 lead for Men in Black, let me know. Just type it in the chat. Ball 1.
Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
Daniel Palka, batting .220, 12 home runs, 33 RBIs to his credit.
Jay at second. Abreu is over at first with 1 away.
Ground ball to left again. And that will be an RBI double. As the White Sox strike first, it's 1-0, bottom of the first with 1 out in game 1 of 3. Here comes left fielder Eloy Jimenez. Against left-handed pitchers, has an average of .310, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs to his credit. Has an average of .252, 7 home runs, 35 RBIs. Game 1 of 3.
He's set and the pitch.
Foul ball to right in the stands, strike 1. White Sox staring at base runners second and third with 1 out. Strike 2.
And he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
4-8 record of Tyson Ross for the Tigers defense so far this season.
Runners are at second and third with 1 down.
Looking for the out. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 2 for the White Sox. First strikeout by Tyson Ross. Tyson Ross wants to make sure that the Tigers continue to build the 2 wins. See how it goes in game 1 of 3. The starting lineup for the White Sox offense: Yohan Makata, batting .227. Yohan Makata leads the White Sox offense with 13 home runs. Here comes Warrington Castillo. With the White Sox offense, batting .248, 9 home runs, 24 RBIs. 24 RBIs, excuse me. I almost said 21. Here's the pitch by Ross. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Castillo's batting .248 in game 1 of 3.
Next guy gets on, and now you're staring the number 4 hole hitter in the face with a runner in scoring position.
Foul ball to right, strike 2.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone.
Swing and a miss. And he struck him out, third out. The side is retired in game 1 of 3. White Sox leave a couple as we go to top of the second in game 1 of 3. White Sox up 1-0. Due up for the Tigers offense: Kristen Stewart, batting .227. Slug average is a .408. OPS is an average of .638. Excuse me. Here's the pitch by Nova. Strike 1.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all
Boston
the way,
Red Sox visiting the Blue Jays 8-0. Here's the pitch by Nova. Fly ball to left center field. makes the Cats one away. Tampa Bay Rays hosting the Orioles 1-1.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And let's take a look
Contenders
at
match, huh? So we look at the defensive lineup for the White Sox defense. Tim Anderson, Ryan Cordell, Gilmar Sanchez, Jose Abreu, Noe Mercado. For right-handers for the White Sox defense. Here comes second baseman, Nico Goodwin. Batting .301, 11 home runs, 33 RBIs to his credit.
So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far.
Nova with a target. Game 1 of 3. Strike 1.
Pitch fastball in there for a called strike.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. Nico Goodwin with nabs at .301, held that just a little too long.
He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball. Really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone.
Tweet the live stream out, guys. If anybody has a Facebook and a Twitter account. Ball 1. If you guys want to catch more MLB 19 from the weekends and on the weekends, smash that like button, guys. Tweet the live stream out. Let everyone know that we are live, paying it forward as we speak with great content. Foul ball to left, strike 2. Well, we watch our videos in full. We like the videos, we tweet them out, sell them, and we always add them to a playlist. Ball 2. New York Yankees visiting Cincinnati Reds, hosting the Brewers 2-0. Here comes the 2-2 by Nova. Ball 3. On deck, Maki Matuk, batting .207. White Sox have given up 1 walk in game 1 of 3. Comes to 3-2. Foul ball to left, strike 2. The Rockies hosting the Astros 1-0. And a pop-up to third. And he makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for the Tigers offense. Here comes Maki Matuk, batting .207, 11 home runs, 27 RBIs to his credit. But smash that like button, guys. Tweet the live stream out. Let everyone know that we are live, paying it forward as much as we can. If you guys have any voting for Men in Black to increase the lead or give the Greatest Showman a chance, let me know. So you can give your particular reason. Foul ball to right, strike 2.
He's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Foul ball to right, strike 2.
Still 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Ball 1.
As he lays off below the
White
zone.
Sox have given up 1 walk in game 1 of 3.
Inning number 2.
Ball 2. And I also have not heard from Commander Spark either. I don't know what he's doing. Hear this one more time. I'm sure maybe Commander Spark is doing good. That would be my opinion. Foul fly ball to straight center field, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired in game 1 of 3. Tigers leave 1 as we go to the bottom of the second. White Sox up 1-0 in game 1 of 3. 2 up for the White Sox offense, Yohan Mercado. Leads the White Sox with 13 home runs. Here's the pitch by Ross. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
But he swings right through the fastball.
Ball 2.
The fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
Fly ball to right center field. And he makes the catch. One away. Texas Rangers hosting the Angels 3-0.
All right, guys. Here's the defensive alignment for the Detroit Tigers. And let's focus on
as we look at the defensive lineup for the Tigers defense: Maki Matuk, Grayson Grenier, Miguel Cabrera, Nico Goodrum, Zamir Candelario on the left, and Kristen Stewart. Here comes Yomar Sanchez, batting .278, 3 home runs, 27 RBIs in game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch by Ross. Ground ball to straight center field. And that is a single for the White Sox in game 1 of 3. Here it is one more time in the chat. When guys pay it forward and be rewarded, never ask anything back in return. Here comes center fielder Ryan Cordell, batting .199 and 13 RBIs to his credit. Red Dead Online Frontier Pursuits. I haven't played Red Dead for a while. Since the second one. What comes out of it? Foul ball to left, strike 1. But it's all good. White Sox staring at base on at first with 1 out. Ball 1.
Misses with it, 1-1. Sanchez leads off first with 1 away.
Foul ball to right, strike 2.
And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that's out number 2 for the White Sox. Third strikeout by Tyson Ross for the Tigers defense. Here it is one more time. Ross gets a sign. Pets. Strike 1. In game 1 of 3. Tim Anderson is 1 for 1. In game 1 of 3.
Here's the 0-1 from Ross. Heading out.
Fly ball to right line.
Is after it. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
And that will be a double for the White Sox. In game 1 of 3. 17th double by Tim Anderson for the White Sox offense.
That's his second hit of the game.
Take it out one more time.
We'll see now if
Excuse me.
proves to be a huge turning point for him.
In now is John Jay.
Ground ball to right again.
And this ball's going to get down, and it should.
Oh my goodness. That will be a 2 RBI double for the White Sox. So White Sox extend the lead in game 1 of 3. It's 3-0 White Sox, bottom of the second with 2 outs. 13th double by John Jay. Here it is one more time.
Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner.
Oh my goodness.
As you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. So here's the slugging first
Strike
baseman,
1.
Jose Abreu now. No balls and 1 strike.
The record between Jose Abreu and Tyson Ross is 4 for 10 with a double. Ground ball to right again. As the White Sox offense gained the same spot. That will be an RBI single for the White Sox. As the White Sox extend the lead, it's 4-0. White Sox bottom of the second with 2 outs. Oh my goodness. In game 1 of 3, guys. Of the I Am a Creator group.
So here's Daniel Palka now. As he was
Ball 1.
First pitch fastball for ball 1. 1 for 1 after
Daniel Palka is 1 for 1 with a single.
The 1-0 home is
Strike 1.
in there for strike 1.
Ooh, I'm shocked he took that pitch right there. That ain't plus 90s right there. That's mid to low 90s fastball into 100.
91 miles per hour from the
on
Tigers defense.
Ross pauses. 1-1 on its way.
Ground ball to straight center field again.
That gets through,
And that will be a single for the White Sox in game 1 of 3.
Wow, his manager must have a lot of faith in him, and I'm not sure why. He's given up 5 hits in this inning alone, and it doesn't look like it's going
All you have to say is just wow.
Now batting.
Here comes left fielder Eloy Jimenez. He's 0 for 1. They strike out in the first. Shout out to Lord Kronos. How you doing, bud? Check out that Mario channel. He's been on Mario for a long time, guys, making some good OM hacks.
From the stretch.
Ball 1. Eloy Jimenez is 0 for 1. White Sox staring at base runner first and second with 2 outs.
But the funny thing is, he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
Ball 2.
No strikes to the White Sox left fielder.
Eloy Jimenez is 0 for 1 in game 1 of 3.
The pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Abreu on second. Hawker at first. 2 out in the inning.
Ball 3.
3-0 now.
White Sox have given up 1 walk. On deck, Wellington Castillo batting .247.
Great situation and count to do that right here.
This is
Ground ball to right. He gets it the first in time, and the side is retired in game 1 of 3.
So they strike for 3 runs on
White Sox give a few more in game 1 of 3. As we go to top of the third, White Sox up 4-0. I almost said 1, but 4. Due up for the Tigers offense, Grayson Grenier. His last 4 games with the Tigers offense, he's 2 for 14 with an average of 143. He's batting .179, 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. In game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch by Nova. Ball 1.
fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1.
Strike 1.
As he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Oh, 1-1 count by Nova. Fly ball to right center field. He picks up a block and he makes the catch, and that's the first out for the Tigers offense.
So with 1 away, let's take a look at the standings.
Tigers with a win today, they will be cutting a little bit. They will be catching up with the Indians, Twins, White Sox, and the Kansas City Royals. As guys can see, the Tigers are 1 game behind the Indians.
So 1 away here with the
Here comes Samir Candelario batting .293 in game 1 of 3. And also the White Sox in that American League Central standings, they've been far ahead
and he gets ahead
in game 1 of 3. Strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 count by Nova. Ball 1.
Started the breaking ball far too inside that time.
Tweet out the live stream, guys. Let people know that we are live, paying it forward, and being rewarded as much as we can gather. Foul ball to left, strike 2.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw
Ball 2.
off.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find.
So far, the White Sox have given up 1 walk in game 1 of 3.
We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
Ground ball to straight center field, and that will be a single for the Tigers in game 1 of 3.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it.
Here it is one more time in the chat.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad.
Swing timing was good. 92 miles per hour, the pitch speed. Cincinnati Reds hosting the Brewers 3-0.
Digging into the batter's box next is
Strike
John
1.
Hicks, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He worked the walk to open up the ball game.
John Hicks threw a walk his first time. Philadelphia Phillies visiting the Atlanta Braves 4-0. Comes the 0-1 by Nova.
0-1 delivery.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. John Hicks' average is 289. Held that a little too long.
He looked like he was trying to dial 9, but when you're down by 4 runs early in the game, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch.
Ball 1.
Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Not a bad pitch right there on 0-2, a fastball. And I think as a hitter right now, you have to continue to go up there looking to hit off the fastball.
The 1-2 doesn't
Ball
catch the
two.
outside corner. It's a ball.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Fly ball to right center field. And he makes the catch, and that's the second out for the Tigers offense in game 1 of 3.
So a runner at
Comes
first
Jody
is
Mercer,
underway,
he's 1 for 1
and that'll
with a
bring
single
the
in the
over from
first.
State product, Jordy Mercer.
In game 1 of 3. Well, Nova gets signed.
Ready
Here's the
with
pitch.
first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1.
A ball and no strikes.
Strike
In there,
1.
and it's even at 1.
Excuse me. One and one count.
Right
Ground
side,
ball to
good
right center field.
And the inning will continue.
And that
as
will be a
they're
single for the
2
Tigers in game 1 of
And that
3.
runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting, the first baseman, Miguel.
Here comes Miguel Cabrera. He's 0 for 1. We ground out in the first.
2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. First pitch of the
Here's the pitch to him.
on its way.
Ball 1.
In tied at 93, ball 1.
As guys can see, Tigers offense doing at base 1 and first and second with 2 outs. In game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch by Nova.
The 1-0 is
Strike
taken,
1.
strike 1. Candelario over at second. Mercer on at first with 2 down.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Cabrera's 0 for 1. And he struck him out.
And that retires the
And that's the
side.
third out, and the side is retired in game 1 of 3.
They're on the short
Tigers
end
leave
of
a couple.
4-0 score.
If we go to bottom of the third, White Sox 4-0 in game 1 of 3. Due up for the White Sox offense. Wellington Castillo is 0 for 1 with strikeout in the first.
Down on strikes in his first at-bat.
And you can live with punching out with the bases empty, but in his last at-bat with 2 runners in scoring position, you cannot.
He's still on the mound. Ross, here's the pitch. 4-night record.
Too many
Ball
ribby
1.
opportunities out there to swing and miss in that spot.
1 ball, no strikes, the count. Hit down the third.
Ground ball to third. And he gets it to first, 1 away. Baltimore Orioles visiting the Rays 3-1. Here comes Johan Makata. He's 0 for 1 with a flyout in the second.
Is a minor leaguer, Johan Moncada. First delivery to him on the way.
Strike 1.
Fastball on the inner third, taken for a strike.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the
Ground ball to left.
Mercer is there.
He gets it to first baseman in time, and that's out number 2 for the White Sox offense.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And moving into the batter's box next.
Gilmar Sanchez is 1 for 1 with a single.
Ross
Here's the
sets his
pitch by
sights.
Ross.
Here comes the first pitch.
Ball
Hit
1.
high there. A ball and no strikes.
Ball
And
2.
he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
That was one of the easiest takes he'll have all year, and it puts him in a great hitter's count. He's got to take advantage of
2-0
this
count by
situation.
Ross. Strike 1.
Taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Ball 3. White Sox have given up 1 walk.
3-1.
On deck, Ryan Cordell batting 177. Fly ball to right center field. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired.
And the inning is over.
3 up, 3 down for the White Sox offense. We go to top of the 4th. White Sox up. White Sox 4-0. Game 1 of 3. If you guys have any questions, type it in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, excuse me. Pay it forward and be rewarded. The Rockies hosting the Astros 1-0.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pitch taken several inches
Ball 1.
below the zone.
Well, well, well. If it isn't my buddy, the one and only. The one and only. Leon Kennedy. What's up, buddy? How are you today? Hope all is well. 1-1 count by Nova. Foul ball to right, strike 2. I also just came back from the art studio as well. Foul ball to right, strike 2. Type 1 in the chat if you guys are here. Fly ball to right, and he makes the catch, 1 away. Here comes Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart's 0 for 1. We fly out in the 2nd.
First pitch of the at-bat.
It's the pitch by Nova.
92 splits the plate, and it's strike.
I'm not bad, buddy.
1 out, nobody on.
Anything good this week?
Off the plate.
That was strike 1. I'm doing good, buddy. So, what's you been up to besides getting sick? Anything? Fly ball to left center field. Picks up a block, and he makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for the Tigers offense. Here comes Eagle Goodwin. He's 0 for 1. We pop out in the 2nd. So, have you checked out my series premiere for Final Fantasy VIII this week? Remember, you guys are going to be getting new episodes every Thursday and Fridays, every week. Just to let you guys know in the chat. I've been alright. Fly ball to left again, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. Game 1 of 3. So far, hold on. So we go to bottom of the 4th. White Sox up 4-0. But so far, Men in Black still has a 2-0 lead. So Leon, here's the thing. Well, Love and I were also thinking of where you might be as well. But apparently she didn't come in the chat this morning because she was charging her phone. Charging her phone this morning, but it's all good. But if you have any advice for her, since she has a softball game tonight, Ryan Cordell is 0 for 1 with strikeout in the 2nd in game 1 of 3. Ross and the Pets. Ground ball to right. And that will be a single for the White Sox. That will be scored as a base hit. Here comes Tim Anderson. He's 2 for 2. They double and they single.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Strike 1. But you know the good thing is I'm off till this weekend. But you guys I'm pretty sure you understand as well, Leon, that I will not be live tomorrow night. I have a full Love and I are going to a football game tomorrow night. As it's going to be every Friday night, depending if I have to work or I have to, or if I'm going to be off on some of the Fridays when I go with it most of the time. But it's all good. Here comes Sanze. He's 1 for 2 for a double and 2 RBIs. But what do you think, Leon? Type it. Go ahead and type it in the chat. What do you think?
Here's the first offering.
Ball 1.
That's inside for a ball. 1-0.
Ground ball to second, and that will be a single for the White Sox. Well, the base runner from second goes to third. Oh, that's good. Leon, question for you. But back to what I was saying earlier. Tyson Wallace has given up 10 hits and 3 strikeouts, a total of 55 with the Tigers defense. Here comes Jose Abreu. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. So yeah, the plan is if I have some of the Fridays off on my course schedules at Walmart, that's going to be the thing right there. I'm going to be going with her every Friday night, depending if I have to work or not. But we'll see. And that's out number 2 for the White Sox. Well, the base runner from third goes to home. As the White Sox extend the lead, it's 5-0 White Sox, bottom of the 4th with 2 outs in game 1 of 3. Here comes Daniel Palka. Daniel Palka's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. We have 2 in the hot seat. I think we have 2 likes. Smash that like button, guys, of the I Am Creator community. Tweet the live stream out if anybody has a Twitter and a Facebook, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. In game 1 of 3. White Sox leave 2. So we go to the top of the 5th. White Sox up 5-0. Well, let me know what you guys think. Does Men in Black keep the lead, or does Men in Black, or does the Greatest Showman, or does the Greatest Showman still have a shot for the Idol for next year? Let me know in the chat, guys, what you guys pretty much think going forward for the Idol next year. For the Dancing for My Love and I. Because Maki Matok is 0 for 1 for a flyout in the second. In game 1 of 3, still early. Here's the pitch to him. Ball 1. But yeah, guys, do you guys think that what do you call it? That Leon in chat says Men in Black has a shot. Strike 1. So you don't think it's going to be the Greatest Showman by far. Fly ball to right, strike 2. Type it in the chat, guys. Because I haven't seen Chaotic either. Ground ball to right, and that will be a single for the Tigers. That will be scored as an E3 in game 1 of 3. Check it out one more time. I don't think it'd be a problem. I mean, the more people that vote Men in Black, my love and I might still dance to it. It won't be a problem. Here's the pitch. Strike 1.
As he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees, it's strike 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Mason Graham is 0 for 1 for a flyout in the third. Novak sets the target. Here's the 0-1 count.
Here's the 0-1.
Ground ball to right. And that will be a single for the Tigers in game 1 of 3. But yeah, I was also going to still try to do the series premiere for Batman Arkham Knight. But as you may know, Leon, I'm no longer doing new episodes of the series for Assassin's Creed Syndicate, because Batman is pretty much taken over for 1 to 2 days a week on that I Am a Creator weekly schedule. So Final Fantasy VIII is going to remain every Thursday and Fridays. Baseball will be from the weekends and on the weekends most of the time. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Samir Candelario is 1 for 1. Held that, that's a bit too long. Uncharted, I'm gonna try to get a new episode of it next week. But it all depends. But Uncharted is 3 to 4 days a week, and then, and remember, and there's one other game that I'm buying next week for that pre-order. Ground ball to straight center field in game 1 of 3. That will be a RBI single as the Tigers cut Chicago's lead. It's 5-1 White Sox, top of the 5th with no outs. Check it out one more time in game 1 of 3. Tigers staring at base runner first and third with no outs in game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch by Nova. Ball 1. John Hicks is 0 for 1 to a walk in the first. But type it in the chat, Leon, of what your thoughts could be. Strike 1.
A nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
It's a Sing shotgun. Oh boy. Nova sets the target, nods his head. Here's the pitch to him. Ball 2. John Hicks is 0 for 1 in game 1 of 3. A 2-1 count by Nova. And a broken bat to the mound, and he makes the catch, 1 away. Here comes the shortstop, Jordy Mercer. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles in game 1 of 3. But remember, oh yeah, as I was saying earlier, Leon, you know what's game that's going to be taking over Tuesdays and Wednesdays over Borderlands 2, correct? By the 13th of next week of the I Am a Creative Weekly schedule. Remember, that's going to be Borderlands 3. If you recall, fly ball to straight center field. And he makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for the Tigers offense. And that'll be a double play, and the side is retired. Tigers leave a couple more. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, White Sox up 5-1 in game 1 of 3. Due up for the White Sox offense. Eloy Jimenez has struck out and he has grounded out in game 1 of 3 from the weekends and on the weekends. And if you guys have any advice for my love softball game tonight, you guys let me know. What you guys have in mind. Alright, I'll be here. I'll be here when you get back, bud. Ball 2. Boston Red Sox visiting the Blue Jays 12-0. 2-0 count by Ross. Fly ball to right. Line drive. And he makes the catch. 1 away. Baltimore Orioles visiting the Rays 4-1. Because Warrington Castillo, he's 0 for 2 with strikeout and a ground out. Texas Rangers hosting the Angels 4-2. Strike 1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch.
Here it is one more time.
But I think there's been a change in
pitch speed is 91 miles per hour.
In the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing
Ball 1. Minnesota Twins visiting the Athletics 1-0.
Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear.
Fly ball to left center field.
Not the case with
the line, and he makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for the White Sox offense. Here comes third baseman Yoan Moncada. He has flown out and he has grounded out. Ross nods his head, and the pitch. Second swing, strike 1. Fly ball to right center field. He picks up a block, and it is gone on the right center field. Solo stop by Yoan Moncada, 14th home run, 397 feet. As the White Sox extend the lead, it's 6-1. Bottom of the fifth with 2 outs for the White Sox offense. Oh my goodness. Check it out one more time. Solo shot to right center field.
Like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got. A really bad result.
Ross nods his head. Here's the pitch to him. Ball 1. Philadelphia Phillies visiting the Braves 6-0. Yomar Sanchez is 1 for 2 in game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch by Ross. Strike 1. Fly ball to left, and he makes the catch in time, and the side is retired. Here it is one more time, solo shot to right, center field.
We're through 5 innings here tonight, and this is now a 6-1 ball game.
As we go to the top of the 6th, White Sox up 6-1. I'm sorry, in game 1 of 3. Due up for the Tigers offense. Miguel Cabrera looking to get something big for the Tigers offense. He has struck out and he has grounded out. The Rockies, welcome back, Leon. What happened? Type it in the chat. Yes, the pitch to him. Strike 1. But yeah, what happened?
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself.
I've also been into this facility as well. As long as I can recall.
Allowed the opportunity to sit on something.
Fly ball to straight center field. And he makes the catch, 1 away.
Is right there, 1 down.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but
it's a replay one more time.
Just unlucky that time.
Standing in now, Nicholas Castellanos.
Ball 1.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Nick Castellanos is popped out and lined out in game 1 of 3. But yeah, Leon, what were we talking about earlier? If we can expand that in chat. Nick Castellanos is 0 for 2 in game 1 of 3. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Hey boys, you talk about getting your ace swing on.
So we can still try to expand on it.
A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Ground ball to right center field. He gets it to first baseman, and that's the 2nd out for the Tigers offense in game 1 of 3. Here comes Christian Stewart. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Oh yeah, about the idol, yeah. But yeah, like I said earlier, you know exactly what game I'm buying next week. I'll be taking over of the Tuesdays and Wednesdays, correct? Every week.
But it's a long season. You're gonna have a lot
Chicago Cubs visiting the Pirates 2-0. Here's the pitch by Nova. Ball 1. New York Yankees visiting the Metropolitans 5-2.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code.
But yeah, remember, I'm going to be picking up my pre-order next week. That'll be Borderlands 3. Foul ground ball to home base. Gives it the first in time, and the side is retired. Batman, because Zach is Batman. That was back in the 1980s. As we go to bottom of the 6th, White Sox up 6-1 in game 1 of 3. Due up for the White Sox offense, Ryan Cordell. It's 1 for 2 with a single. But yeah, Batman Arkham Knight will be 1 or 2 days a week. I haven't started the series premiere yet, since it's already taken over Assassin's Creed. I mean, I still love Assassin's Creed, but swing and a miss, strike 2. But if I hear any further notice about what the next coming one's going to be, I'll be buying that. I'll be buying that sooner or later when I get the time for it. So, well, we'll see. Ball 2.
Inside with that one, a pretty easy take there.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here. And
2-2 count by Ross.
From his last start, this is what I saw a lot of.
Foul ball to right, strike 2.
Guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
And they pop up to foul territory behind the batter's box. And he makes the catch, 1 away. Here comes Tim Anderson. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a single. Ross nods his head. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. But it all depends. As I said, like I said earlier, I will be having Borderlands 3 for my hands full, since that'll be taking over Borderlands 2 starting next week after the 13th. But I'll be good to go with that. Final Fantasy VIII will stay right where it's at. Foul ball to right, to left in the stands. Strike 1. But we'll be all set. 2-1 count by Ross. And they pop up to foul territory. And he makes the catch, and that's out number 2. Here comes right fielder John Zay. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a single. Sets the target. Here's the pitch by Ross. Ball, strike 1. And game 1 of 3. If you guys have any questions, type it in the chat. Let's go, let's grow, pay it forward, and be rewarded. Never ask anything back in return. Foul ball to right in the stands, strike 2. And for the out, Ross. Ball 1.
As the slider misses well inside. 2 out, nobody on.
Oh, that's not bad. Ball 2. Ground ball to third, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. Good catch by the Tigers defense.
They lead it 6-1.
As we go to top of the 7th, White Sox holding on to a 6-1 lead in game 1 of 3. Tweet out the live stream, guys, of the I Am a Creator community, and let people know that we are live. If anybody has a Facebook and a Twitter account, to tweet it out, share it, comment, add it to a playlist as much as we can. Here comes Nico Goodrum. We're going to get something started for the Tigers offense. He's flown out and popped out. Here's the pitch by Nova. Strike 1.
Now an off-speed pitch gets the outside. It's a called strike.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage.
Ground ball to left center field. He gives it the first in time, 1 away. Boston Red Sox defeating the Blue Jays 12-0. As the manager for the Tigers team for the season, will be challenging the first baseman in game 1 of 3. Orioles over the Rays 4-1. And if you guys have any questions, type it in the chat. We watch our videos in full. We like the videos, we tweet them out, sell them, we add them to a playlist. And we'll leave a loving, caring, sharing comment down below once we've done the rest. And then we'll be good to go.
There has to be indisputable evidence in order to change the call. And boy, I'll tell you.
And I was really hoping if Alice was going to come in as well. Well, Leon, if you're still in the chat, type it in. Type 1.
Lose the challenge and the ability to use any further challenges for the rest of the game.
Here's the first pitch by Nova.
Mikey Matsu.
Strike 1.
Look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. No hits to
Mikey Montauk is 0 for 2 with a restart error and a flyout. Looking to build his 0 for 2 in game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch by Nova. Fly ball to straight center field. And he makes the catch, and that's the second out for the Tigers offense. Pitch count for the White Sox defense is at 86 or 87. Here's the replay one more time. Washington Nationals over the Marlins 6-5.
Stepping in now.
But yeah, I'm still possibly thinking about starting Batman from scratch 1 or 2 days a week on the I'm Creative Weekly schedule. Racing Green Airs 1 for 2, missing on the 5th. Chicago Cubs over the Pirates 2-0. Here's the pitch by Nova. Fly ball to right center field, and that will be a single for the Tigers in game 1 of 3.
Isn't over yet after the 2-out base hit.
Now batting, the third baseman.
New York Yankees over the Mets 5-2. Here comes Samir Candelario. It's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Remember, guys, I'm not due back until this weekend, so I'm off tomorrow. So in the morning, so Friday morning tomorrow, you guys will get another episode of Final Fantasy VIII Remake. So I can see if I can finally get that Questus card, and then get a little bit of that card going, and then we're going to try to take part in the Dallet Seed missing. That's ball 2. So we'll be all set. But remember, I'm not going live tomorrow, so I'll be with my opponent first before anything else comes up. I'm still no longer streaming on the evenings, but since it's a softball game tonight, I might go live one more time. So we'll see. 2-1 count. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose with his team down this many at this point in the game.
Fly ball to straight center field in game 1 of 3. It picks up a block, and that will be an RBI double as the Tigers caught the White Sox lead at 6-2. White Sox 26 double, top of the 7th with 2 outs. Here's the replay one more time.
You want to start putting some zeros on the back end of these numbers. 100th ribby, nice milestone right there.
Tigers staring at base on at second with 2 outs. Here's the pitch by Nova. Ball 1. John Hicks is 0 for 2. 2 walk in the first inning in game 1 of 3. Nova gives a sign, sets the target, and the pitch. Strike 1. Ball 2. White Sox have given up 1 walk in game 1 of 3. Comes a 2-1 by Nova. Swing and a miss, strike 2. John Hicks is 0 for 2. We surpassed the 1 hour limit. Swing and a miss. And that's the side is retired. Here it is one more time. As we go to bottom of the 7th, White Sox up 6-2. Two up for the White Sox offense. Jose Abreu is 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 2 RBIs. As the Tigers defense will bring in a different pitcher. They'll be bringing in Louis Coleman. Louis Coleman making his 18th game of the season for the Tigers defense, 0-1 record, 1 save, 3.38 ERA, and 30 strikeouts. On the left side of your screen. It's the pitch by Coleman. Ball 1.
Fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Jose Abreu is 2 for 2 in game 1 of 3. Foul ball to right, strike 2.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Foul ball to left, strike 2.
And this will wind up a foul ball.
Ground ball to left center field. And that is a single for the White Sox. Game 1 of 3. Here it is one more time in the chat. Pay it forward, guys, and be rewarded. And we never ask anything back in return. Ground ball to straight center field again. And that will be a single for the White Sox in game 1 of 3.
Well, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row.
Type 1 in the chat if you guys are still here.
Too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher is giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit.
Let's pay it forward and be rewarded. Ground ball to third again.
And that's through for a base hit. The throw home.
And that will be an RBI single. As the White Sox extend the lead of 7-2, bottom of the 7th with no outs. Oh my goodness. In game 1 of 3, from the weekends and on the weekends. Here comes Wellington Castillo. He's 0 for 3 with a flyout in the 5th.
Stepping in, Wellington Castillo. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Ball 1.
In the dirt, throw to third.
And the base runner going to second to third, and he's out. That's the first out for the White Sox. That's ball 1. And we scored as a wild pitch.
Jimenez, a runner at second with 1 away. And
Ball
this
2.
is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
You could tell he's starting to get frustrated out there. He's not usually used to getting knocked around the yard a little bit.
If you guys have any questions, type it in the chat.
The 2-0 pitch.
Strike 1.
The zone for a strike.
Plain to see right there that the manager's sticking up for his hitter, making sure that that strike zone gets a little bit tighter. It's tough to cover both sides of the plate, and they both want that strike zone to be shrinked up a little bit.
Hit hard.
Foul ball to left, strike 2.
Foul near the seats. 2-2 count. Here it comes. And this one's
Ball
in the
3.
The throw will go to third.
And base runner second goes to third. As we scored as a wild pitch. That's ball 3. And that's one more time. The Philadelphia Phillies visiting the Braves 9-0.
And now he's only 90 feet away.
Here comes the 3-2 by Coleman. Foul ball to right. Behind the batter's box, strike 2.
Going on right now, being late on that fastball after the change, he had to be sitting off speed.
Ground ball to line again. Game 1 of 3. And that would be an RBI single for the White Sox. As the White Sox extend the lead, it's 8-2. Bottom of the 7th in game 1 of 3 with 1 out. Wow.
Especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters,
Here comes Yohan Makata. He's 1 for 3 with a solo shot in the 5th.
So digging in now, Yohan Moncada is coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Ball
And
1.
Misses ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
High one there, a swing and a miss.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone. So
foul ball to right, strike 2.
Above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Ball 2. St. Louis Cardinals visiting the Mariners 1-0.
Slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff.
But yeah, Batman is taking over Assassin's Creed, most likely. Ball 3. On deck, Yomar Sanchez batting .278. White Sox have given up 1 walk.
You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
3-2 pitch.
And a pop-up to left, and foul ball, strike 2. Swing and a miss, and that's the second out for the White Sox offense.
Well, his struggles continue.
Good idea for the Tigers defense in game 1 of 3.
It's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Coleman nods his head, and the pitch, strike 1.
Left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1.
Yomar Sanchez is 1 for 3 of a single. Luke Coleman's given up 7 balls and 15 strikes, a total of 22.
0-1, here it comes.
Ball 1.
Close with the slider there, but it's 1-1.
Ground ball to right center field. And that will be a single for the White Sox in game 1 of 3. Here it is one more time. Good swing timing, 84 miles per hour with the pitch speed in game 1 of 3. White Sox staring at base runner first and second with 2 outs.
Stepping in now, Ryan Cordell.
Strike 1.
Takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Ryan Cordell is 1 for 3
1 for 3 thus far.
with a single.
Set to deliver the 0-1.
Ball 1.
Unable to find the zone with the slider. And here's a ball.
Fly ball to right
Castellanos.
in the stands, strike 2.
And no one will track it down. The 1-2. Line to the right.
Fly ball to right, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired in game 1 of 3.
So 2 runs on
White Sox give up a few extra to go to the top of the 8th. White Sox up 8-2. Coming to the mound for the White Sox defense, Kelvin Herrera. His 45th game of the season, 4-1 record, 2 saves, 1.53 ERA. Here comes the Tigers. Offense, Jordy Mercer's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Herrera gives sign. Here's the first pitch. Strike 1.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Good pitch right there from the
We watch our videos in full. We like the videos. We sell them, tweet them out. We add them to a playlist. As good as we can get. Foul ball to right, strike 2. And we'll leave a meaningful, loving, caring, sharing comment down below once we've done the rest. Foul ball to right, strike 2.
The next 0-2.
Ball 1. And the attendance at the game 1 of 3, 11,352. 72, excuse me. Foul ball to right, strike 2. Texas Rangers hosting the Angels 7-4.
As a beach ball has made its way out into left field here.
And a pop-up to the home base, and he makes the catch, 1 away. And so, St. Louis Cardinals visiting the Mariners 1-0. Ivan Noah's given up 7 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts, a total of 99 pitches for the White Sox defense.
Strong innings pitched in line for the win.
Here comes Miguel Cabrera. We're going to get something big and started quickly in game 1 of 3 for the Tigers offense. He's 0 for 3 with a line out and 6. Here's the pitch by Herrera. Ball 1.
And he takes ball 1. Action in the White Sox bullpen now as they have a left-hander getting loose.
At the White Sox bullpen, Aaron Bummer and Juan Mania.
Now the 1-0 is a slider that misses below the zone.
And that was ball 2. Miguel Cabrera was 0 for 3 in game 1 of 3.
Outside.
Ball 3. White Sox have given up 1 walk. On deck, Nick Castellanos batting .324.
The 3-0.
Strike 1.
Looked at for a strike.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one.
3-1 count by Herrera. Ground line to left, and that will be a single for the Tigers in game 1 of 3. Here it is one more time, guys, in the set. Pay it forward and be rewarded. Never ask any support back. Philadelphia Phillies visiting the Braves 9-4. Tigers staring at base 1 and first with 1 out. Rockies hosting the Astros 2-2. Nick Castellanos is 0 for 3 with a ground out in the 6th. Varela sets the target in the pits. Strike 2.
Hey, that's case in point right there. He thought that was going to
in game 1 of 3 from the weekends, and on the weekends, here it is one more time. He's 0 for 3 in game 1 of 3. Foul ball to right, strike 2. Got 1 in the hot seat, got 4 likes. On the weekends and on the weekends, smash the like button, guys. Can we get up to 6, maybe? See how it plays out. Ball 1. Tweet the live stream out. Let everybody know that we are live, paying it forward through the I Am a Creator community.com/I Am a Creator.
And when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
Fly ball to straight center field in game 1 of 3, and he makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for the Tigers offense. Here comes Chris and Stewart. It's 0 for 3. They were ground out in the 6th. What's up, Mark? How you doing, sir? Herrera nods his head, and the pitch. Strike 1.
First pitch fastball in there for a called strike.
Hope all is well today, buddy. 0-1 count. Ball 1.
This is wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's not a bad pitch right
So tomorrow morning, a new episode of Final Fantasy VIII Remake. See if I can try to get that Quistis card next inside the cafe to the guy in the back, and then get the other card as good as we can get. Ground ball to right line in game 1 of 3, and that will be a double for the Tigers in game 1 of 3. Here, check this out one more time. Tigers staring at base 1 of 2nd and 3rd, and with 2 outs in game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch by Herrera, strike 1. Nico Goodham's 0 for 3 with ground out in 7th. Tigers are 0-1 for 8 with runners of an average of 125. I'll read the chat in just a moment. So you can give me a prediction. Ball 1. Princemark says I'm off work Saturday, Sunday. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if he was still here or not, Leon. Well, you're good. Foul ball to left, strike 2. But yeah, continue what you were saying in the chat, Leon. Go right ahead. Hold on. Fly ball to right center field. And pick up a block, and then it will be a 2 RBI double. As the Tigers swim the White Sox's lead, it's 8-4 White Sox with 2 outs in game 1 of 3. Here it is one more time. Tigers staring at base runner second with 2 outs in game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch by Herrera. Ball, strike 1. I just watched Dragon Ball Heroes episode 15. Next new episode will be out next month. Oh, that's good. Prince Mark, did you get your prediction for the Idol for next year? That Love and I are dancing to? Let me get this going one more time. Men in Black is up 2-0. So, would you go with Men in Black or The Greatest Showman? And I want you to name your particular reason, if you can. He gets it the first in time, and the side is retired. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th. White Sox up 8-4 in game 1 of 3. Due up for the White Sox offense, Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson's 2 for 4 with a double and a single. He nods his head, and the pitch. Strike 1. We have 3 people in the hot seat. We got about how many likes, guys? Type it in the chat, please. Strike 2. Remember, tweet it out, Sarah, comment, guys. If the moderators can tell the others to smash the like button. If anybody has a Facebook and a Twitter account. Ball 1. To let everyone know that JD is live. Since my love and I have been together for 803 days. Ground ball to left, and he makes the catch 1 away. I see 5 likes, very good. So, Mark, is there any particular reason? Was he going with The Greatest Showman to cut the 2-0 lead for Men in Black, or Men in Black extending the lead? Foul ball to right in game 1 of 3, and he makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for the White Sox offense. Here comes Jose Abreu. He's 3 for 3 with 3 singles and 2 RBIs. But the Pets are still on the mound for the Tigers defense, and the Pets strike 1. That's not bad. Men in Black, so like I said, no Greatest Showman, right? Looking for the out from Coleman. Ball 1. Yeah, tweet out the live stream, guys. Let people know that we are live, paying it forward, and being rewarded. Never ask for support back, guys. Well, we watched our videos in full from my brother James Cox. We like the videos, we tweet them out, and swing and a miss in game 1 of 3, and the side is retired in game 1 of 3. As we go to top of the 9th, White Sox holding on to an 8-4 lead in game 1 of 3. Coming to the mound for the White Sox defense, Juan Mania. 28 games of the season, 6-2 record. He has an ERA of 2.27. and 41 strikeouts. Here comes Grayson Grenier. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. And how many of you think, and as for you, as for Leon, my buddy, and Prince Mark in the chat, I was going to ask you this. Where in the hell is Alice? Because me, as Edward Collin from Twilight, and Bella, her and I are wondering where Alice is, aka Teacup. Because I noticed he came in the chat earlier this week. But from what I understand, she came in the chat earlier this week, and she said she's pretty much been busy working, I believe. It's a 1-1 count by Mania. Foul ball to right, strike 2. Oh, you haven't seen ours, right? I'm pretty sure she's working, making that cast. Foul ball to right, strike 2. Pittsburgh in the chat says, I have no idea. I was at work last day. Well, the good news for me, I don't have to be back till this weekend. Then I'm off the 10th and 13th. Fly ball to right. And that will be a single for the Tigers in game 1 of 3. But it's not too bad. Here comes third baseman Zamir Candelario. He's 3 for 3 with a double and 2 singles. Tigers staring at base runner first with no outs in game 1 of 3.
So he's going to have his work cut out for him here, hitting left-handed.
That's not too bad. Strike 1.
On the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
0-1 count by Mania, sets the target, and the pitch.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch.
And they pop up
Short left center.
to left center field, and it gets the Cats 1 away. Here comes Don Hicks, he's 0 for 3 with a strikeout in the first. Oh, by the way, guys, did I tell you what's going to happen on Black Friday? Because I already told Teacup, Woodforest Bank knows what's going on, most likely. But guess what I'm going to do for my putting on Black Friday, guys.
Now the 0-1.
Type it in the chat. Fire ball to straight center field, and he makes the catch, and that's the second out for the Tigers offense. Time is running out for the Tigers offense in game 1 of 3. Last chance for the Tigers. Zamir Candelario Mercer's 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Tigers staring at base runner first with 2 outs. In game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. But do you mind if I tell you, Mark? Because Alice knows this. I told her about it earlier this week. I'm not really sure if I told Leon as we speak. Strike 2. But type it in the chat.
You go down 0-2 to a guy with this type of arsenal.
So, you know how my love and I have been taking our time, taking things slow and moving forward slowly as we can, correct? Here comes the 0-2 by Bonilla. Foul ball to right, strike 2. Last chance for the Tigers in game 1 of 3. With 2 outs.
Last breath for the Tigers.
Foul ball to right again, strike 2.
Grenier leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning.
You know, and I can try to give you guys a couple hints if you'd like. And they pop up. And he makes the catch, and the White Sox take game 1. As the White Sox hold on to win, going up to a nice record. Tigers go down to 35 and 48 of the season. As the White Sox take game 1 of 3, hold on. As the White Sox hold on to win 8-4. Well. So yeah, Fitzmike, you understand how my love and I have also been together for 803 days now, correct? Because I'm gonna be all hers that we're going with her to that football game tomorrow night. I did make a promise, and I went with my gut that I'm gonna be with her for every single Friday night, every week. But she has a lot of friends from different what do you call it? Different friends that I can pretty much protect her, you know, if I'm working at Walmart, since I've been at the W for over 2 years. So if I can't make it, if I can try to come with her perhaps, but it's all good. Pittsburgh says, right, I have been with my wife Heather for 3 years, so I'm quite nervous. I told the art studio earlier today when I came back that I am nervous. But think about it, Mark. My love is ready for this. So I'm like, and for me, you know, I'm giving a chance I'm giving my chance to back off, but I'm really inclined to go for it. So remember, but Black Friday is going to be on November 29th, the day after Thanksgiving, like it always does every year. But my love is sure about this. That I will say. This I will say. But guess what? But guess what I'm getting. But guess what I'm getting on Black Friday? It starts with a capital E, and it has a lowercase r. Those are the only 2 hints. If you guys can type it in the chat, you guys let me know. On game 1 of 3, White Sox hold on to win 8-4. White Sox had 16 hits and 1 error. Tigers had 11 hits. As the Tigers are down to 35 and 48 of the season. There's still a lot of time to come back. Just have to take the time, take it slow, as we speak. As the Tigers simulate, as we take out the other scores. The Washington Nationals.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of
Pittsburgh. Wait a second. Are you giving me a good take, buddy?
Hits on the day as they defeated the visiting Tigers 8-4. The Indians only allowed 2 hits.
Are you giving me the nice romantic and prep talk for romantic, Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh says, here's an advice. If you're ready, you need to do what is right. Tell her how you feel. See the best you got. Yep. You're exactly right about that. But yeah, guess what I'm getting her? I'm getting her something expensive with my cast on Black Friday. Remember, you can tell me what it is in the chat. Capital E and lowercase r. Alice, aka Teacup, knows this. I told her. Think about it, Pittsburgh. Just for the fun of it, go ahead and take a guess. Just for the fun of it. We're going on 804 days tomorrow for her and I, for my top moderator and I. The Nationals going up to 47-38 over the Marlins, 6-5 with 9 hits. Sanchez with his 5th win. Doolittle was 23rd save of the season for the Nationals. Chicago Cubs going up to 53-33, set up the Pirates 2-0 with 6 hits. Gary Hendricks with his 11th win of the season. The Boston Red Sox going up to 51-35, set up the Blue Jays down to 44-42, 12-0 with 15 hits. Chris Sale with his 11th win. Okay, as we speak in the chat from the weekends and on the weekends. Well, apparently, you mind if I tell you, between you and I, I'm not really sure if Leon knows about this set or anything, but we have been taking our time. We've been taking things slow. We're on second base, you know. As I said, I've been taking a lot of time. I've been thinking about this. And to be honest with you, I'm nervous. If I'm going to do it in front of the entire most of the art studio, you know. But what I'm getting her, buddy, is an engagement ring. An engagement ring. I'm planning on getting her that on Black Friday. Getting her something expensive. And on a scale of 1 to 10, buddy, between you and I and some of the others in the chat of the I Am a Creator community, I'm nervous. You see, when my dad got to this position when I was a kid, actually when he was my age, I don't think he was afraid, you know. But most of my other exes pretty much never been with me better than. I mean, the last one that I dated was only 4 weeks, and I just stumped her ass after that. We went too far, and I'm like, I'm not ready for this. Be like, I'm getting out of here, and that's the fucking end of the story, you know. But I found somebody who is more romantic, hotter, sexier for me, you know. I have 3 best things in this entire business. I have a job at Walmart as a cart pusher, with the other 5, which makes a total of 6. So I have a great job at Walmart for the first 2 years. I have a great YouTube channel of the hashtag I am a creator from my brother James Cox, and I have the love of my life, you know. And I want to know what your thoughts are Prince Mark, depending if Leon comes back. But like I said earlier, I'll say it again, on the scale of 1 to 10, I'm on a scale between, I'm at 7 or an 8. I'm nervous, and I'm most entirely afraid. But you know, she told me I'm not losing her no more. It's just that we've been through a lot of stuff, taking things slow, taking our time, you know, not rushing into anything. I'm not like any other son of a bitch that any ex that my love went after, you know. But like I said, I'm getting the chance to probably go for it, you know. I told Alice, like I said earlier, earlier this week what's going on. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the thing. But continue guys typing it in the chat. If you guys think I should do this. Remember, I'm going on 804 days tomorrow, which I will be able to do tomorrow night, most of the time, as we speak. Baltimore Orioles going up to 29-58 over the Rays, down to 43-44. 4-1 with 11 hits. Cardinals with a second win. Hold on a second. Keep going in the chat, Prince Mark. I'm still pretty damn nervous. Cardinals have a second win. Gilmore was 21st save of the season. New York Yankees going up to 47-38 over the Mets, 5-2 with 8 hits and 1 error. Savino was 7th win. Zach Brennan was 19th save of the season. Cincinnati Reds going up to 52-32 over the Brewers, 4-3, 6 hits and 1 error. Jared Hughes with his 5th win of the season. Excuse me. Philadelphia Phillies going up to 50-36 over the Braves, 9-4, 13 hits and 2 errors. Nola with his 10th win. Texas Rangers going up to 41-45 over the Angels, down to a record of 42-45, 7-4 with 14 hits. Okay, let me check out the chat before I get back to the scoring. Prince Mark in the chat says, well, ask your future wife if you think it's the right thing to do. But if you're scared and you have your face of fear, be brave. Yes, do it. All you have to do is be brave and be strong for her safety. I know, but you know, doing it in front of the art studio, oh man. I've never ever, like I said earlier, I'll say it again. None of my exes never ever got engaged with me. This is the first time my love and I are getting into this, you know. So it doesn't like debates, you know. But as I pointed out, you know, her and I have been taking a lot of time to think about things, you know. But I'm not getting a chance to back off, but I am really, really nervously trying to go for it. For my shot maker. You know, she's calling the shots forevermore for me. That's why we're still planning on getting married in a couple years, you know. You see, my dad's been married twice, you know. He's been with my stepmom for over 5 years. You know, it's not bad. but it all depends how. Just that. Well, some of my exes, I had one on Discord that went too far with me, and then unless we've only been together for only like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. But apparently she already has a guy for her. As far as I know, as for the other one that starts with a K by the name of Kelly, her and I lasted for only 4 weeks, and it wasn't right for me. So I break her ass up, and now she has somebody. So my love and I are not turning on anybody, If I go through with this, it starts with an E and lowercase r, we're not losing each other anymore, That's why we've been taking a lot of time to think about it. But you understand where I'm coming from, Prince Mark. I've never ever done this before. This will be my first time, and doing it in front of plenty of people. But if it's the art studio, Walmart, any place, As I said, it's going to be some pressure coming to me. 7-4 with 14 hits. Martin with his 3rd win. Leclerc with his 23rd save of the season. Houston Astros going up to 51-35, defeating the Rockies down to 47-40. 3-2, 11 hits and 2 errors. Davinsky with his 2nd win. Osuna with his 28th save of the season. Cleveland Indians going up to 37-47 over the Royals, dropping to 47-39. 4-1 with 8 hits. Hand with his 2nd win. Otero with his 13th save of the season. Minnesota Twins going up to 42-42 even over the Athletics, down to 48-39. 4-1 with 10 hits. Romero with his 5th win. Rogers with his 10th save. Prince Mark says, so it was 2 ex-wives. Yes, I understand, buddy. My ex-wives begged me for 4 weeks. My wife Heather, I care about her a lot. I try to protect her. If anybody messes around with my top moderator, they're going to have to get through my ass, trust me. But one of the 2 that I haven't talked to for a while, that I've been friends with for after back in 1993 or something like that, her and I have been friends for 22 years, but I haven't talked to her ass since she bought cast for me. But my love doesn't do that no more, I spoil her most of the time, I mean, love comes first, since our resolutions are still being simple, More spending the rest of our lives together, Wherever we go, we stick together, no matter what happens. That's why her and I will be at Washington, D.C. on September 20th. But that's why it went up a little more, 10%, when I was at the art studio with her this morning. Yeah, I know, but, I'm like, I ain't that good. But I've never proposed to anybody that I dated over the years. I've never done it, not even once. I've never ever been engaged with anybody before. But my love will be the first one. I love her so much. That's the way she feels about me, That's why I take my time. I don't risk anything to rush for. I have a great job. I have Walmart. I have a great YouTube channel with the hashtag #IamACreator, which I haven't told James Cox about this yet. But I will tell him in the future, maybe in some time in the chat on Twitter. Maybe on Twitter or on Facebook. But we'll see. Keep going a little bit more in the chat, buddy. St. Louis Cardinals going up to 45-39 over the Mariners. 4-3, 13 hits and 1 error. Lee won with his 5th win. Miller with his 26th save of the season. Diamondbacks going up to 42-45 over the Dodgers, down to 43-39. 7-6 with 10 hits and 2 errors. Ray with his 4th win. Avery Bradley was 22nd save of the season. And the Giants going up to 36-50 over the Padres, down to 36-49 shutout, 4-0 with 8 hits. Maranta was second win of the season. So the Tigers are losing some scrimmage, so down to 35-46. They got 2 more games at Chicago against the White Sox. And then they'll be back. Then the Tigers will be back in Detroit, hosting the Boston Red Sox. Her advice: don't rush all the time. Yeah, we haven't been rushing all the time. We've been taking step by step by step by step. You know, that's why I put her ass first before I do anything else. I'm telling you, we've come this far. And we don't understand nothing. We have a lot in common. We are big Star Wars fans. Which her and I are going to go see Star Wars Episode 9, which that's been approved for December 20th, but I also have December 19th approved, using the hashtag #IamACreator on that Walmart schedule, you know. And we're going to have a fun time down at Washington, D.C. as well, and a couple of other good stuff. Trust me. So we double check the standings. The Detroit Tigers are down to 35-48. The Tigers are a game and a half behind the Indians, going up to 37-47, winning 4 games. Tigers have won 2 games, going up to 42-42 even in the American League Central. But it's still early for the Tigers to try to climb back a little bit. See how this goes. Most likely in the entire order. And the Royals have gotten a loss as they even going down. Well, you know, Star Wars and Star Trek fans are rivals. Yeah, I'm pretty exactly. Yeah, they've been rivals for a long time. So my love and I are big fans of Star Wars, big fans of Star Trek, because he has apparently why? Because he has a favorite idol on Star Trek, and that is Will Wheaton, aka Wesley Crusher. You know who that is, correct? Type it in the chat. You know, I get nervous most of the time that am I ready to do this in front of you, in front of anybody, especially the art studio. But she told me she wants me to do it in front of the art studio. And you know, when somebody gets to the ER moment for any single couple, does a man or a woman, does a woman or a man start to cry with joy when they get to this point? But if anybody's been together for 800 or 900 days, Mark, keep going with your advice. Keep going. The Astros going up to 51-35, getting 2 wins under their belt, as they're 3.5 games over the Athletics, with 2 games lost with the Athletics, Angels, and the Mariners, down to 37-52. The Rangers have won 2 games, going up to 41-45, as they are only a half game behind the Angels. As a couple of the teams are looking to continue their wins. Astros going up to 51-35, 20% of .593 in the American League West. Yes, I used to watch Star Trek, not anymore. I did watch 7 Star Wars movies. Okay, have you seen the 7th and 8th one? Because they can't, The Force Awakens was good, but the cliffhanger with Rey trying to give back the lightsaber to Luke Skywalker. And then I also have a copy of Episode 8 because my love cries half of the time when Carrie Fisher passes. And it's been about almost 2 years, maybe over a year now. But she is going to be in Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, which my love and I will be watching together as a romantic huddle couple as the longest reigning undefeated streak in our 2nd consecutive attempt. That'll be on December 20th. So, as we look at the American League wild card race, Athletics, Yankees, White Sox, Blue Jays, Twins, bottom list, Orioles, Mariners, Tigers, Indians, Rangers, Angels. As the list goes down below a bit more. The Phillies have won 3 games, going up to 50 and 36. As the Phillies are 2.5 games over the Nationals after they got a win back, going up to 47 and 38. Three losses in a row for the Marlins, down to 37 and 47. With a game and a half over the Metropolitans, well, 4 consecutive losses, down to 37 and 50. Let's see how that plays out for the other 5 teams. The Cubs and still heating up with the Reds. Cubs going up to 53 and 33. Cubs' winning percentage is .616. The Reds' winning percentage is .619. Going up to 52 and 32. As you guys can see in the National League Central, these are the two, I believe these are the 2 best teams of MLB 19 so far, from the weekends and on the weekends. And also 3 consecutive losses for the Brewers, down to 37 and 49. Something both saints between wins and losses. Reds looking to continue to keep up with the Cubs. Same thing with them. The Dodgers going down to 48-39. They have a game lead over the Rockies, losing 6 games, down to 47 and 40. So anything could try to change between that. The big difference, a little bit of the nice difference, is the Diamondbacks winning 2 games, going up to 42 and 45, as they are 5 games behind the Rockies. See how that plays a big part. And a win back for the Giants, going up to 36 and 50 in the National League West. As we look at the National League wildcard, Reds, Nationals, Rockies, Cardinals, Diamondbacks, Pirates, Giants, Padres, Mets, Brewers, Marlins, and the Braves. As it continues to get up and down. Okay. Okay, one more thing. The American League East, Red Sox still have a 7 lead, 3.5 game lead over the Yankees, up to 51 and 35, 20% of 593. But the Yankees are keeping the pressure on the Red Sox. They were on a 5-game winning streak, going up to 47 and 38. They've got a winning percentage of 553. 4 loss. Blue Jays have lost 4 straight, down to 44 and 42. And the Orioles have finally gotten a win, going up 29 and 58. The Yankees are looking to continue the 5 wins and continue to put the pressure on the Boston Red Sox. And that's going to do it. Like I said, it's going to get me a little more nervous going into Black Friday, buddy. I'll tell you guys in a moment. Just hold on. Alright guys, that's going to do it. For episode 83 of MLB 19, Prince Mark says in the chat, here's the last advice. If you feel strong for your pudding, you have to keep it safe as long as you live. Exactly, you know. She's never been married to anybody. I've never been married to anybody, either. That's why guys should always take their time with somebody who is romantic, smart, funny, beautiful, hotter for a man. And that's what I am today as JD. She's RD, you know, from Titanic. Well, you know, she's always, we're safe around each other, you know, we get on Facebook most of the time. That's why she's one of my top moderators. The same with you, Leon, Alice, Pars, and some of the others of the I Am a Creator community, you know. I appreciate you guys coming in, you know. And you guys know, you guys think I can do it, you know. But Black Friday's not gonna be until the next couple months, so I am really inclined to go for it to get it by Black Friday. Or I can do it by the time she turns 33. I'm 26, so it's not bad for an age difference. So we'll see. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it. Tigers go down to 35 and 48. As the White Sox won the first one 8-4. And it was half and half of a game, but the Tigers have 2 more games with the White Sox in Chicago. Then they'll be back in Detroit to take on the Boston Red Sox, hosts of Red Sox. If you guys want to catch more MLB 19 from the weekends and on the weekends, You guys will also get a new episode of Final Fantasy VIII Remake tomorrow morning. That'll be the 3rd episode, since I've had it since Tuesday, since I pre-ordered it this week. But smash that like button, tweet the live stream out, let people know that we are the greatest of the I Am a Creator group of all time. If anybody in the chat has a Facebook and a Twitter account, I recommend you guys to tweet it out, say a comment. Well, we watch our videos in full. We like the videos, we share the videos, tweet them out, we add them to a playlist. And last but not least, we leave a meaningful comment down below once we've done the rest, and boom, we never ask for support back afterwards. But keep your votings going, guys. I did see Men in Black get another vote, and I think it's 3-0 now, or it's still 2-0. But we'll see if the Greatest Soulman can still battle back. If not, the Greatest Soulman, Men in Black will still stay right where it is. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it tomorrow morning, or maybe tonight. I could still try to do Batman, but we'll see how this goes. But tomorrow morning, new episode of Final Fantasy VIII Remake. Well, I try to get a couple of things done and then get ready to go for the Dalit Seed. Anyway, guys, thank you, Prince Mark, for stopping by, buddy. Thank you for giving me the good advice. My love and I will talk about it tonight. And thank you, Leon, for stopping by, buddy. I wish Alice would be here, but it's all good. She might be making a lot of casts, but it's all good. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Remember, guys, be good to one another, be kind to one another, and love one another. And I'll see you guys possibly tonight, as my love has a softball game, and I'll try to call it 9 during that. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys later on tonight. Maybe with a Batman series premiere from 1 to 2 days a week. Guys, have a good afternoon and stay hydrated. Be careful, and thank you.